This is Jim Hawk from Team Hawk Realty. Today I want to talk more about different types of investment properties. The most common investment for a new investor is a single family residential or a duplex. A duplex is just two families living under the same roof. Personally, I like duplex properties because even if you have one vacancy, you still have cash flow coming in from the other unit. In a single family home, if you have a vacancy, then you're left responsible for all the costs incurred in that building. If it's vacant for a month, then it costs you money every month to leave it vacant. The next level that investors seem to lead towards, they seem to get into triplexes up to fiveplexes. So once you get into that type of investment, you do have more of a solid base. If one unit is left vacant, you still have anywhere from 2 to 4 other units, people paying you rent, and your cash flow is still there, and you don't have any expenses coming out of your pocket on a regular basis. Just sometimes there are a little bit more work to get your down payment, larger down payments, and a little bit more work to get the financing than a duplex. After that, you tend to go to sixplexes and larger, right up to high density multi-unit buildings. They are more difficult to get financing. They're more expensive when you're looking at doing CMHC fees. If you're putting less than 20% down or 30% down, they're more expensive in appraisal fees. And appraisal for these buildings can be $3,500 to $10,000 depending on the size of the building. So all your costs are a lot higher, but these properties will generally produce much greater cash flow and income potential, and this is a great place to work towards as an investor. I've had some investors start off buying single family duplexes, working that for 5 or 6 years. As the market's gone up, they've found a really good larger investment, and they've sold 1 or 2 of their other properties to have that cash go towards a larger investment. So it is a great vehicle to work towards. Another area some investors like to invest in is commercial or even commercial residential mix. Quite often a commercial residential mix is where there's commercial on the main floor and residential upstairs. That gives you kind of a bit of both worlds when you do that. The residential tenancies, especially right now, are very easy to keep full. Commercial tenancies right now are typically pretty easy to keep full, but in saying that, when you do get a vacancy in a commercial unit, sometimes it does take anywhere from 30 to 90 days to fulfill that vacancy, and you may have to fluctuate on your rent depending on the current market economy. Like if things are going good, you're going to get more money. If the market softens, then you may have been renting for $12 a square foot, and now you're going to be forced with maybe renting for $10 a square foot on a commercial portion of your building. These are good, solid investments, and they are a great way for creating wealth for the right person. There are a couple other investment opportunities that people like to use. One is purchasing land. I've seen people make really good money buying land, holding it for a few years, reselling it. The reason these people like that is because they don't have to worry about any type of tenant. They don't have to worry about leaking toilets or leaking roofs or water in the basement. They don't have to worry about anything. On the dark side of it, you do have no cash flow coming in. So you really should be buying these properties with cash so that you don't have monthly mortgage payments committed to that. Otherwise, you're in negative cash flow. And the other part of it is you have to pay taxes, insurance. So for the right person, it's great. Someone that has maybe some extra money that just doesn't want to put it into a bank, or they can put it into land, and as the land appreciates, they can sell it down the road and make some money. Another one is some people like to invest in storage units. Storage units are very lucrative. They just demand a very large down payment because they're not easy to finance. And in today's market, a good storage unit, you're probably going to be competing with REITs. Now, a REIT is a real estate investment trust. Quite often these are traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange, and these guys have all cash, and they're coming in and buying a lot of the larger storage units for just crazy amounts of money because they're easy to manage. There's great cash flow, and from the REIT standpoint, it's a good investment. but it's not there for everybody to, the average investor just can't afford to compete with them. The last example would be buying and flipping. Now, buying and flipping is quite often used by people to get enough cash to start investing in real estate. So on my next video, I really want to focus on buying and flipping. I think it's going to be really interesting. So I look forward to seeing you again next Thursday. If you have any questions about this video, please feel free to contact one of my agents, 705-527-7877. Please keep smiling and enjoy the blessings that come into your life each and every day. Thank you very much.